So in order to prove this theorem, first of all, we draw this quadrilateral. Okay. We don't know whether this is a parallelogram. Okay. So we just know that ABCD is any quadrilateral. So given here, ABCD is a quadrilateral in which opposite angles are equal. What angles are equal? Opposite angle. Let's say in this quadrilateral, angle A and angle C are equal, in which angle A is equal to angle C. And these two angles are equal. Angle B is equal to angle D. Okay. Any construction required? No construction required. Okay. And what do we need to prove? We need to prove that ABCD is a parallelogram. We need to prove that ABCD is a parallelogram. Now let's start with the proof.
Good morning, sir.
Now, first we have, it is given to you that angle A is equal to angle C. So we have angle A is equal to angle C. And angle B is equal to angle D. These two are given to you, right? So now adding the two, what do we get? Angle A, you add the left hand side, angle A plus angle B, and then you add the right hand side is equal to angle C plus angle D, right? This okay for you? Let us call this 1. So now we know that angle A plus angle B is equal to angle C plus angle D. Now because ABCD is a quadrilateral, the sum of interior angles of a quadrilateral must be 360 degrees, right? So also angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360 degrees. And what is the reason here? Sum of interior angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 60 degrees. Okay. Now you see that angle B, if you see one here, angle A plus angle B is equal to angle C plus angle D. So in this, if I take these two together, and if I take these two together, angle A plus angle B is equal to angle C plus angle D, then instead of angle C plus I, we write angle A plus angle B as it is, plus, and angle C plus angle D we can replace by angle A plus angle B. Okay, this is from 1. Is this step clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
So now angle A plus angle A will give you twice angle A. And angle B plus angle B is equal to twice angle B. So now you can take 2 common. Equal to 360 degrees. Therefore, angle A plus angle B is equal to 360 divided by 2. That means angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Okay, so that means in this quadrilateral, sum of these two angles is 180 degree. Now you tell me, if I give you two lines, I don't know whether they are parallel or not. And if you have a line passing through them like this, and if I give you that the sum of these two angles is 180 degree, can you say that these two lines are parallel to each other? Can you say? Can you say whether these two lines are parallel to each other if I give you that these two angles are equal? Yes, you can, because these two are co-interior angles, and the sum of the co-interior angles is equal to 180 degree. So if you know that the sum of these two angles is 180 degree, then you can definitely say that these two straight lines are parallel. So therefore, in this parallelogram, if these two sum of these two angles is 180 degree, then obviously you can say this side is parallel to this side, right? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that means angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. That means, right? That means now you can write, but these are co-interior angles. Therefore, which two sides you can say? Therefore, you can say AD parallel to BC. AD parallel to BC. Okay. So once you have shown AD parallel to BC, now see, if in this relation, if I now, instead of replacing angle C plus angle D, if I replace angle A plus angle B by angle C plus angle D, then I can show angle C plus angle D is equal to 180 degree, right? So similarly, angle C plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. But these are also co-interior angles. Right? So angle C plus angle D. So these two angles, angle C plus angle D, similarly can be shown that the sum of these two is 180 degree. So therefore, what can you say? Therefore, you can say AB is also parallel to CD. CD. Thus, what have we shown? Thus, ABCD is a quadrilateral in which opposite sides are parallel. Okay. Now, what is the definition of parallelogram? This is the definition of parallelogram. A quadrilateral in which opposite sides are parallel is called a parallelogram. Hence, ABCD is a parallelogram. And that's it. Okay. Any question here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. We can
No,
proceed to
sir.
the next theorem then.
Excuse me, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, I have another question, not from this chapter.
Which chapter?
Some mensuration. So the question is that, so exercise 16.4, so we will do it by our own.
16.4. What is 16.4 all
Yes,
about?
sir.
Is it about cubes and cuboids?
Yes, sir.
No, I'll be discussing that later. I'll be coming to
Okay,
that.
sir. Thank you.
Okay. Uh, Next question, theorem here is, remember that all these theorems we shall be using when we'll be doing sums. Okay, we shall be using these theorems while doing sums. Okay, so right now I'm discussing the proof, but we shall be applying these theorems later on. The next theorem is, if a pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral is equal and parallel, then it is a parallelogram. Is equal and parallel, then it is a parallelogram. Okay, so given to you here is, let's say, any quadrilateral, something that looks like a parallelogram but not exactly a parallelogram. ABCD is a quadrilateral in which opposite sides are parallel and equal. Now see, in this quadrilateral, either you can take these two to be parallel and equal, or you can take these two also, no problem. Any one you can take. Understood? Any one opposite side you can take. Okay, but you have to take only one. You cannot take both. You cannot take both the pairs of opposite sides. You only have to take one pair of opposite sides as parallel and equal. In this case, I have taken AB is equal to DC and AB parallel to DC. Okay, so therefore, given here, ABCD is a quadrilateral in which AB parallel to DC and AB is equal to DC. That means one pair of opposite side is parallel and equal. Okay. Any construction we need to do? Yes, we need to do a construction. We need to join AC. You can join BD also, any one diagonal. Okay, so join AC. Okay. And what do you need to prove? You need to prove that ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, let's start with the proof now. Now here you need to prove that these two triangles are congruent, this triangle and this triangle. Okay, just as we had done earlier, but maybe we require a different axiom to prove congruency. So let's see how to prove them to be equal. First of all, you see that this side AB and DC are equal in these two triangles. So one side done. Next, you see that AC is the common side of the two triangles. So that is done. Two sides. And you see that these two lines are also parallel to each other, AB and DC. So therefore, these two angles must be equal, right? So therefore, these two are congruent. But by what axiom? Anyone can tell me the axiom?
So
Right
angle
angle.
Yes?
Right angle.
SAS, where is right angle? There is no 90 degree.
side angle side.
Yes, exactly. SAS, because you see which sides are involved. This side involved, and this angle, which is the included angle. So therefore, SAS is your axiom. So let's prove this. Let's write this down. in triangle ABC and CDA. First, AC is equal to AC, common side. Next, AB is equal to DC. This is given to you. And what is the angle? Angle BAC is equal to angle ACD. Alternate angles. Therefore, triangle ABC congruent to triangle CDA. This is by SAS axiom. Okay, we have proved congruency. Now we need to prove that this is a parallelogram. Now see, once we have proved that these two triangles are congruent, can we say by CPCT that these two angles are equal? Yes, because these two sides are equal, therefore opposite to this side are these two angles, therefore they must be equal, right? So by CPCT I can say angle DAC is equal to angle ACB. But what are these angles? Two lines. I give you these two angles are equal. Can I say these two lines are parallel? Yes. If these two angles are equal, that means they are alternate angles, right? Therefore, these two have to be parallel. So therefore, in this case, if these two angles are equal, these are alternate angles. So therefore, this side must be parallel to this side. And AD must be parallel to BC. So DAC is equal to angle CAB, but these are alternate angles. Therefore, what can we say? Which sides are parallel? AD parallel to BC. So what have we shown here? It was already given that these two sides, AB and DC, are parallel. We have also shown that these two sides are also parallel, right? So that means ABCD is a quadrilateral in which opposite sides are parallel. And what is a quadrilateral called? In which opposite sides are parallel? What is that quadrilateral called?
Parallelogram.
Yes. ABCD is a quadrilateral in which opposite sides are parallel. Hence, ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay. Any question here? In any step?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
And we can move on to the next theorem then. You not only have to remember the proof, also have to remember the theorem, because we shall be using these theorems in whatever few examples that we'll be doing. We'll be using these theorems. Okay. So next theorem is if a pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral is equal and parallel. Okay, this we have done. Next theorem is, this is the property that we have already done, that the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. This is a property that you have already studied. We shall now discuss the proof of this. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Okay. So a parallelogram is given to you. Let us draw a parallelogram. Okay. So given here, and also we need to draw the diagonals. Yes, because we need to prove that the diagonals bisect each other. So ABCD is a parallelogram with AC and BD as its diagonals. Okay, with AC and BD as its diagonals. Okay. Next, any construction? No construction needs to be done, right? To prove. What do you have to prove? Okay, let me just add here with O as their point of intersection. Before writing to prove, we call this point O. With AC and BD as its diagonal, with O as their points, their point of intersection. Okay, now to prove. What do you need to prove? That the diagonals bisect each other. What does it mean? You need to prove that this length is equal to this length, OA, is equal to OC, and also you need to prove that this length, OB, is equal to this length, OD. That is what you need to prove. So now we shall start the proof. So first of all, let's see how to do the proof here. See, consider these two triangles. We'll prove that these two triangles are congruent, right? How to prove that these two triangles are congruent? First of all, these two angles here, they are vertically opposite angles. They are equal. Fine. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, so these two are vertically opposite angles. These two angles are also equal because they are alternate angles, right? Okay, what about one side we need? And the only side that is there is AB and DC, this side and this side. So since ABCD is a parallelogram, therefore AB must be equal to DC because opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal, right? So we'll write this. So therefore these two triangles are congruent. But by what axiom can you say these two triangles are congruent? Anyone?
The angle side angle.
Angle side angle.
Angle side angle. Is AB the included side between these two angles?
Angle side.
Angle side. Is this the included side? This is not the included side. So therefore, how can it be angle side angle? These two angles, they include this side. They don't include this side, right? Did you understand why? Why not angle side angle? Yes, did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Proof. In triangle OAB and triangle OCD, angle AOB is equal to angle COD, vertically opposite angles. Okay. Next, angle OAB is equal to angle OCD, alternate angles. Okay, AB is equal to DC, because opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. We have already proven this theorem, right, earlier, that the opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. That is what we are using here. When we say AB is equal to DC, we're actually using a theorem here. Okay, one theorem to prove the other. So triangle OAB is congruent to triangle OCD, and the axiom that we have used here is angle side axiom. Okay, so once we have proved that these two triangles are congruent, now our job is done. Now you see that can I say that the diagonals bisect each other? See that this angle is equal to this angle, because they are also alternate angles, right? What is the opposite to this angle here? This side. This side. So therefore OA must be equal to OC by CPCT. Therefore OA is equal to OC by CPCT. What else? These two angles are equal. Alternate angles. Opposite to this angle is this side. Opposite to this angle is this side. So therefore OB is equal to OD, again by CPCT. Right? So hence diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Any question here in this proof? No question?
No, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, but if we try to prove it in the way of angle side angle, so then
Angle
we can
side.
prove it.
Angle side angle. Let's see. What is there missing that we cannot use angle side angle? So two angles. First of all, this angle is equal to this angle, and this angle is equal to this angle, right? Now, if you are try to use angle side angle, then what is the included side between these two angles? This one, right? Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
And what is the included side between these two angles? This one, right?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, is OB equal to OD? Is it given to you? We actually have to prove OB is equal to OD, isn't it? So therefore, we cannot use angle side angle. Absolutely clear now?
Yes, sir. Sir, but in the textbook, it is done in the way of angle side angle.
Angle side angle. No, that must be angle side. That is not angle side angle. Okay. Oh, in the textbook, what they have done here is, okay. In the textbook, what they have done here is they have not considered the vertically opposite angles. They have considered both opposite angles. Okay, in that way you can do by angle side angle. See, this angle, alternate angles, and these two angles are also alternate angles, right? Now you see that between these two angles, this DC is the included side, and between these two angles, this is the included side. Now, if you consider these two as alternate angles, these two pairs of alternate angles, then you can prove this by angle side angle. Okay. Otherwise, it has to be angle side angle. Clear with this?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So any way you can do, either this way or angle side also. Okay. We have little time left, so whatever it is, I'll just make you understand this theorem. I'll complete the proof next day. The statement here is, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then it is a parallelogram. Okay, just the converse of what we have done. In the earlier one, it was given that it is parallelogram, and you have to prove that the diagonals bisect each other. Here it is given to you that the diagonals bisect each other. You have to prove that it is a parallelogram. So if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then it is a parallelogram. Okay. So let us construct a quadrilateral which looks like a parallelogram, but not a parallelogram actually. Okay. And you must have the diagonals also. So join the diagonals AC and BD. Okay. So what is given to you here? Now it is given to you that ABCD is a quadrilateral. In which diagonals bisect each other. What do you mean by diagonals bisect each other? This is equal to this, and this is equal to this. It is given to you. That means if O is the point of intersection, OA is equal to OC, and OB is equal to OD. This is given to you. Any construction? No construction needs to be done to prove. You have to prove that ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay. So now how do we prove that this is a parallelogram? That I'll do the writing in the next class. Let's just understand how to do this. We again prove that these two triangles are congruent. But this time we require maybe a different axiom to prove. See that in these two triangles, this side and this side are equal, right? It is given to you. This OB and OD are equal, right? These two are given to be equal. Also, this angle is equal to each other because they are vertically opposite. So therefore, the triangle must be congruent. Can you tell me what axiom?
So side angle side.
Side angle side. This time this is the included angle. So this is SAS. Okay. So these two triangles are congruent. And if these two triangles are congruent, then by CPCT, I can say this angle is equal to this angle. Right? And if these two angles are equal, then what can I say? That these are alternate angles. Therefore, these two sides are parallel. Right? I can say. Now, I have proved that these two opposite sides, these two sides are parallel. Okay. Now, similarly, when I can prove that these two triangles are also congruent, this triangle and this triangle, I can prove that these two are also congruent. And therefore, similarly, I can also show that these two sides are also parallel. I can say exactly similarly, just as we have done the earlier proof. And therefore, we have shown that the opposite sides of this quadrilateral are parallel. And therefore, it is a parallelogram. Clear?
Yes, sir.